Hey, what's up? This is Unknown Shadow. This is Albert. This is Colorado. And what we're doing today is basically getting out and testing out a few things. In that effort of trying to figure out how to increase the top speed, you know, early on I had put on a 14-tooth sprocket in the front. It definitely helped on that low-end torque, bringing up the lower revs of the bike and getting us off the line, getting the bike off the line a lot easier. All those changes always have an effect on some other part of the system, so the top end, of course, is where we're getting hit. So right now what I'm doing is actually testing, just swapping that front sprocket with a 16-tooth front sprocket and seeing what that does to the bike. The back sprocket is still stock, which I believe is 34 tooth. So yeah, I swapped out that front sprocket with a 16 tooth. I went from a 14 tooth to a 16 tooth. The stock is 15 tooth. I wanted to try out a 16 tooth just to see what it does to the top end. Looking at Gearing Commander, it should push that top end even with a stock 34 tooth front or back sprocket. It should push the top end of about fourth at about just shy of 60 miles per hour. It's definitely showing signs of kind of its old life. Getting up to speed takes a bit. It's not as bad as stock, which is good because I've done a lot of other changes since then. But you definitely can tell the difference between the 14 tooth and the 16 tooth in the front. One interesting thing about this change, though, is that I've basically been in third gear and have yet to actually make it to fourth gear. Third gear seems to have a long run out now. Either that or I just haven't found the right road yet. But normally I'd already be in fourth gear. Yeah, I mean right now we're whole open throttle, sitting in third gear at about 54. Going downhill's a little bit of cheating. Another interesting thing is moving to that 16 tooth front sprocket. Oddly enough, my speedometer and GPS speed seem to be a lot closer matching than it had been. So that's fun. There is a bit of a headwind, and it's a little bit colder than I wanted. about 63 on the GPS. It definitely seems like 4th is just kind of there. So what we're gonna do is actually stop here for a few days, because I want to see the next part of this experiment, which is gonna be getting in a 32 tooth sprocket for the back. So then I'll be running a 16 up front and a 32 in the back. But yeah, so consider this part 1 of this little experiment. When I get the back sprocket in, then we'll start commencing with part 2. But until then, we'll call this a video. Hope that you liked at least the small amount of information that came from it. It was at least nice to get out and ride. Like, subscribe, comment, do those things if you like to do those things. Hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.